I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I upped it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Watts. And right away he lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Detroit! Detroit!
After the interception, here's Rosen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Play action here with Rosen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack. This is intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught, blocked it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On second down, Rosen. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about The high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays, doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Off the play fake. Watts rolling to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. In for the score. And the Browns are back within a score.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Detroit!
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rosen will throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st down, Watts trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38!
throwing on first down. Watts. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On second down, Montgomery. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go. White 90.
Operating from the gun. Watts. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. 319. Gun.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's got Harrison left side complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watts. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Off play action. Watts. And it's complete. Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns get a score closer. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's complete to Lockett. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They go play action. It's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. David Johnson, his second touchdown on the season, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. On first and 10, Watts looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Montgomery, and he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. From the gun, Watts. Caught by Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on second down. Watts. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. On fourth down, Watts. Henry's got it out on the left side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. On first down, Watts. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Simmons. And he is out of bounds, but not before he... He's inside the 30. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Off the play fake. Watts. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. In for the score. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will shave one more off this lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. 319. 319. Check four. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now Rosen on first down. He lets it fly from Lockett. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Harrison. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Detroit!
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gun!
Again, it's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harrison. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
319. No. Check. Patriot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Now let's go.
Accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
3rd and long here for Rosen. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Throwing on 1st down. Watts. He's going to loft one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Here's Rosen. He hits his target, Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
They go play action here on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Leopard!
Play action here with Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Goes underneath here to White. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go. White 90.
Operating from the gun, Watts, and this is incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Off play action, Watts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Lucky 56. Check it backer, check it backer. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. To throw from his end zone. Watts. He's going to float this one deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
A final shot before break. Watts. He's going to loft one. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football and don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Ohio!
On 1st and 10, Watts. And a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On 1st down, Watts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Rosen on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Harrison. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was All-State. I'll make it rain out here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
All right, now look at 56.
Rosen to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 24. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Flex round. Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Mike 52, Mike 52. Ohio, Ohio. You. Cut.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They've got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
That is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
To throw again. Watts. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Watts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Looking to throw. Watts. And now look at him go. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
No. Check. Patriot.
To throw is Rosen. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get an intercept.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. As his guys are in for 6. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Check 3.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Check hot route. Hot. Ohio. Check that. We've got Mike 52 right here. Come on out here. Ohio.
From the gun on third down. Watts. Throw left side complete. It's Simmons. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Throwing on 1st down. Watts. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 4. Yard line.
Now, check, Patriot! Set, 319!
On play action, Rosen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 47 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
3 down. Ready. 319. 319. You don't know no better.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
319.
A first throw here for the backup Taylor. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Olivier Vernon with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. In for the score. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Browns on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Looking deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Jonathan Hankins in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Rosen off the play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
Gone!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Now let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's
on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Slow. Ready. 319. 319. Slow.
They stay on the ground with White. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Play action. Now Taylor. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. To throw is Taylor, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
Play action, it's Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And now it's Rosen looking. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ready. 319. 319.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Johnson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One last shot for Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. There he goes right side. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?